What's up, everybody? My name is Soul Messiah, DJ Soul Messiah, actually, and I'm a producer and DJ here in Atlanta. And today we're dealing with food, clothing, and hip-hop. That's the culture of hip-hop, the way I see it. And the state of the DJ today in Atlanta and abroad. That's what we're going to build on today. So how I'm going to start this off, actually, is we're going to deal with the concept of food, clothing, and hip-hop, and what I mean when I say that. When I say food, clothing, hip-hop, I'm dealing with living the culture of hip-hop. That means a lot of people use the phrase food, clothing, and shelter. But with me, I live it, I eat it, I wear it. In other words, my livelihood and how I live my day-to-day is through the culture of hip-hop. And with hip-hop, for youth in America, it is like a lot of people tell you that community center saved me, my school saved me, my pastor saved me. Well, for me and a lot of other youth here in the city of Atlanta, especially New York, LA, and a lot of other places, the hip hop is what saved us. Because you had original hip hop, late 70s, early 80s, which came out. We had b-boying, DJing, MCing, and graffiti. And the heroes of the progenitors, the people who started that, are the people that we follow. You know what I mean? So we ate it, we slept it, we lived it every day. And if you know anything about original hip-hop, you know that when it started, it had a lot of positivity in it, it had a lot of upliftment in it, it had a lot of good things in it that allowed us to raise and be able to have values and things that we could follow. You know what I mean? These people were role models. So we ended up living the culture of hip-hop, which is b-boying, MCing, DJing, and graffiti. And with me, I was a b-boy and a DJ, so I naturally went into production. And with DJing, things have changed a lot. So with the DJs now as compared to the DJs in the past is, back in the day we used waxes, we used records, and we used turntables. With the advent of Serato, it has allowed us to bring the two worlds of digital and analog together. But the problem with that is a lot of the DJs now, because everybody has a computer, they get their MP3s and they just dropping records. It's like press and play. It's like iPod DJs, iTunes DJs. And the reality is, there's no creativity in that. We learned to scratch. That's one of the first things that DJs, when we were young, learned to do. We learned to scratch the records, we learned to mix the records. I submit to you, the majority of the DJs these days, they don't know how to scratch. They don't know how to mix. They don't understand BPMs. They don't understand how to work a crowd. You play to a crowd. You don't play for yourself. And these DJs these days are not doing that. They're not sitting in their rooms for hours on end after school or sometimes before school and practicing the art of DJing, which is cutting, scratching, and mixing. And that's basically the difference these days and back then. What are the pluses of today and the new technology? Well, for me, how I see it is, the plus is, for instance, I'm gonna deal with Serato. Serato is a dope piece. Like I said, it actually joins the two worlds, the wax, and it deals with the computers. But the good part about Serato is you don't have to lug around heavy records anymore. Plus, you used to get dirty lugging around records. I love that era of dealing with the wax, but it's so much easier to take your MP3s and be able to drop them in whenever you want. And you're still using the wax. So you're taking your old records that your dad might have, cleaning them off, and then transfer them to an MP3 in your computer, then being able to play them whenever you want with the computer through Serato. I mean, that is crazy. And with that, all I have to do now is pack up my computer and head to the club. And while I'm there, I can still play my old school sets. Because me, I deal with a lot of the original hip hop, a lot of the 80s and 90s hip hop. So I'm able to drop the old Biz Markie and some of the new Jay-Z, and some of the new Alien Craft, and some of that new Ciroc. So the reality is the MP3 playing through Serato is a dope thing, but you still have to utilize the skills of a DJ, meaning cutting, scratching, mixing, and studying some of the old ones that started before us. The Grandmaster Flashes, the Grand Wizard Theodores. Check out Kid Capri. Look at DJ Jazzy Jeff. These are real DJs, and they deal with the art of DJing. But right now, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to deal with the next factor or facet in hip-hop on the next segment. Peace.